My name is Mel Tomeo, and I'm a full-time game instructor for the Magic department at Miami-Dade College. In this recording, we will create a menu with 3 buttons and a text on the top. And the point of having these buttons is where the user can click on one of the different 3 buttons, and it will take the user to different scenes, and then we're going to put another button on those scenes to take the user back to the menu scene. Okay, so we're going to be creating a little menu for the user to go back and forth between scenes inside of Unity. So the first thing that I want to do is, in the hierarchy, we are going to right mouse click and we're going to go to UI panel. Okay, and now you can zoom out, and when you zoom out, you can see that there is a panel here. There's a panel here, and the next thing that I want to do now is create some buttons in here. So I'm going to right mouse click, go to UI button, and now you can see that I have a button that appeared, and I'm going to do that 3 more times, and I'm just going to press Control D 2 more times, so you can see that I have now 3 buttons, and I'm going to rename this. So I'm going to rename this to first button. The next one I'm going to rename to the second button, and then the third one I'm going to rename to the third button. Okay, and they're on top of each other right now. So what I'm going to do is take the second button and just bring it down a little bit, and then the third button, bring that one all the way down. And then what I want to do now is open these buttons up, and you can see there's text inside of each one. So I'm going to click on the text for the first one, and I'm going to change the words from button to easy. And then on the second button, I'm going to change to medium. And then the last button here, I'm going to change that to the words hard. Okay. Now I want to put a little text in the top here, so I'm just going to right mouse click on canvas, and I am going to go to UI text. Okay, and I'm going to move it into the middle there, and I'm going to type in select an option. Right, and I want to show you something here with the font size. If you make it too big, it completely disappears out of the screen, and that's because the words got cut off because it's too big. And what you can do now is change to overflow for the horizontal and vertical, and now you can see that the words will appear even if it's outside the box for the text. All right, so select an option. All right, the next thing that I want to do now is go to the first button there, and what I want to do is change the font size, or not the font size. I want to change the color, so that's what I want to change. So what I'm going to do here is go to the color here, and let's change, maybe put the text color as red. How about that? And then for the next one, change the text color to, say, green. How about that? Okay, and then the text color for the hard, we can change that to, I don't know, say blue. How about that? Okay, now you can see the different colors there. You can see the different colors for the text, and there's other options here that you can mess around with if you want as well. Okay, so let's go back now to the button here. Okay, and inside the first button, I want to change the color of the first button. So under normal color, I'm going to click on that, and maybe I'll go with a yellow here. Yeah, we'll go with a yellow. And what I want to do is have yellow for each button. So I'm going to take the hexadecimal down here. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go to the second button, double click on the normal color, and just paste it right there that I copied for the hexadecimal. And I'm going to do that for the last one as well. Okay. All right. So now we've got 3 buttons here, and we've got a label as well. or a text as well. Now the next thing that I want to do, I want to just press play. Nothing should happen. There's no code or anything happening yet. But you can see when I put my mouse over the different buttons, the highlight color is white, as well as when I click on it. And you can change the colors of the buttons for the highlighted color, the pressed color, the selected color. You can change in the disabled color. You can change all these colors if you want. I'm not going to change the colors. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. All right, so next is the panel here. I want to change that color to say a blue. And now you have a blue background. But you can still see the default background in Unity there. So what I want to do is go to main camera and change the skybox here for clear flags under the camera option. I'm going to change it to solid color. And now you can see it is a blue. Okay. Let me see if I like that. Let's go with a little bit of a brighter blue. There we go. Select an option. You got easy, medium, hard. Okay. Very good. Next thing that I want to do now is in the scenes folder, and this is called sample scene. That's the scene we're in right now. Okay, we're in the sample scene. So what I want to do now is, and you can save it. I just saved it right there. The next thing you want to do is create a new scene. So right mouse click, create scene, and we're going to call this easy scene. We're going to do that a couple more times. We're going to call it medium scene. And one more time, hard scene. Okay, and basically what these scenes are for is for the button. So when the user clicks on the easy button, it'll take them to the easy scene. The user clicks on the medium, it'll take them to the medium scene. And when the user clicks on the hard button, it'll take them to a hard scene. So it's 3 different scenes that we have there, plus the normal menu scene here, which is called sample scene. Okay. So now the next thing that I want to do is create a empty game object, and we're going to call this time menu manager. Okay. Next thing that I want to do is create a script. So we're going to do add component, new script, and I'm going to call it menu buttons. Okay. And give it a second. It should load. Now I'm going to open this up. So right mouse, just click right there, left mouse button, and then hit edit script. Visual Studio should open up, or whatever script editor you're using. Okay, now we don't need these 2 default methods that are in here, so we can delete that. And what I want to do is create my own methods for the user to go to the different scenes. Okay, so this method here, I'm going to create a method used to load easy scene. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is create my own method, public void, because it's not returning anything, and I'm going to call it load easy scene. Okay, so again, this is the access, this is the return type, this is the name of the method. Okay, so inside here now, I'm going to type in scene manager, and now when I click on scene manager, you're going to see that it automatically brought in this library here for scene management. This is what we need to use. There's a method in here that we need to use to allow us to load another scene, and it's called load scene. And now inside the parentheses here, the parameters, we're going to put easy scene. And I'll put a little comment there. And this is loads the easy scene. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to do is create a couple more methods like this, and I'm just going to copy it and paste it, but I can't call it the same thing. You can't call the same method. So I'm gonna do medium scene, and this is going to be hard scene. And again, you got to change the actual scene to where you're going. And this is hard scene. Okay. And you can change the comments as well. All right, so now we got 3 different methods here. One is for the easy scene, another one is loading the medium scene, and the last one is loading the hard scene. But now we need one more method for the user to go back to the main menu. So, and our menu here is on sample scene. So I'm gonna just change this to load menu scene, and I'm gonna put this down as the sample scene because that's what we have it named right here. Okay, now it should be good to go. Okay, so we have 4 different methods all in the same script. So I'm going to save it. Save it. Come back to Unity. And now for the first button here, you want to go over to the OnClick function here, hit the plus button. All right, the OnClick trigger event here, and drag and drop the empty game object that we called menu manager in there. And then we need to find the correct method. So you click on menu button and you go to load easy scene. Then for the second button, do the same thing, except this time you're going to click on the different method, and it's going to be the medium scene. And then for the third button, same thing, you're going to add the game object and then click on the correct method, which is the hard scene. Okay. Now let's save it. Okay. The next thing that I need to do now is let's go to the easy scene, and there's nothing there in the easy scene. We go back to the sample scene. This is our menu. We go to the easy scene, nothing there. So what I need to do is just put a little button there to take me back to the main menu there. So what we're going to do is go to UI, click on button, and inside there, hit the little plus sign. But we don't have our time manager, or not our time manager, our menu manager. So what I need to do is create another empty, call this menu manager, and then inside there we want to attach that script again, and we called it menu buttons. Then you go to the button here, and you can drag in the menu manager game object that you just created, and then find the correct one, and it should be what do we call it? We called it load menu scene. So now when the user clicks on this button here, it will take them back to the main menu. And if you want to change the text, you can change the text. We're going to say this is easy scene. Okay. All right. So now we have that done for that. So let's test it out. So well, before we can test it out, actually, we need to save it, go back to the sample scene. Now what we want to do now is go to File, Build Settings. And what we need to do now is put in all of these scenes. So we're going to take this one, we can drag it in, and you want to make sure that the menu, the one with the menu is the first one there with the value of 0 there. And then you can put the second one there. It doesn't matter after that which ones you put in there. Okay, as long as the first one is the menu one. Okay. All right, and again, that was under File, Build Settings, and I dragged and dropped them in there. Okay. Now it should work where we click on the easy button, should take us to the easy scene, and then we have a button that takes us back to the main menu. So let's test it out. So I hit play, and now I'm going to click on easy. It took me there to the easy scene, and now I'm going to hit the easy scene button, and it takes me back to the main menu. Okay, so we're going to do that 2 more times for the medium and hard. So if we go to the medium here, double click on it. We're going to create a button there again. And what I'm going to do there is just change to text, where it's going to say medium scene. Okay, and I need to create another game object, and I'm going to call this menu manager. Again, I need to add the script menu buttons. And then for the button here now, I need to go to the OnClick, hit the plus sign, put in that object in there, and then find the correct method, which is load menu scene. Okay. All right, now save that. Go back to the sample scene. Let's test it out. I hit play. I can click on easy. I go to easy scene. I click on medium, and then I go back to the menu. So medium, back, easy scene, and then back to the main menu. And we're going to do that 1 more time for the hard, hard button. So we open up the hard scene, right mouse click, UI button again. Okay, and then I'm just going to change to text where it says hard scene. Okay, I'm going to right mouse click, create an empty game object, call it time or menu manager, and then add component, the script that we need, and then back to the button here. We're going to press a little plus on the OnClick function there, drag and drop the menu manager game object, find the correct method that we need, which is load menu scene. Okay, and now if we save it, we go back to the correct menu scene here, which is called sample scene. Hit play. I press easy, goes to easy scene, comes back, goes to medium scene, and comes back, go to hard scene, and it comes back. So now you have a completely working menu where it takes the user to different scenes depending on which button they chose. Thank you.